Now, good morning to you. I mean, these are very worrying figures, especially when for these young people, we're trying to get their education back on track.
You're absolutely right. And I want to just pay tribute to school teachers and staff across the country that have worked tirelessly during the pandemic to try and keep schools open. I want to see schools remain open because I think that's the best place for children to learn and play. But these latest figures are a worry, both in terms of pupil absences, but also teachers that are off. And I think that's partly because the government's plan is not working for schools. We've been calling for better measures around ventilation, on vaccination and testing. And I fear that the government have sort of left children as an afterthought in this pandemic. And that's why we need to see action taken. On ventilation, for example, the SAGE committee warned 20 months ago that ventilation would be an issue in schools. And what the government have proposed will just benefit 1 in 4 schools. The Bradford pilot, where they're looking at how this will work out, won't report till October of this year. And that's just not good enough. And that's why I'm going to continue to raise these issues in Parliament.
When we were told that Plan B measures were going to be lifted, they did actually predict that things might look worse for a couple of weeks in schools. Do you not think maybe this will actually right itself?
Well, we've got to obviously look at the data and see what happens next, but I am really concerned by absence data. The government have not got a proper plan to support children, and that's why we've been calling in Parliament for action around ventilation, testing and also ventilation. On testing, we know that that's the way out of the pandemic, and we've got to make sure supplies get to schools as quickly as possible. But it is a concern, and we need to make sure children are in school and learning together.